But then that would be 4 actions.
Did you draw
Transmute
one
is
first?
only 1, right? Wait. No, from your hand. Okay, you put it on the board first. But if you transmuted it from your hand first.
Look it up. I think each transmute is
Middle.
a single
You
action.
want the middle. Middle of the book. Right where the divider is. Right there.
Swap a single elemental stone on the board with a stone of adjacent element in the elemental cycle, or swap any number of stones in your hand to another single element in the same way.
Single element. Okay.
So as long as he had done it in his hand,
A
he
single
could have
element.
done any
It has to be single element, though. Those are 2 different
Yeah,
elements.
it's still separate actions.
of
Yeah.
another single.
But I had, just to rewind, put that back, put that back. I put that there, and that there. So because it's 2 different elements, I can't do that. If I had 2 of this one, then I could have done that. Or 2 of that one. But I didn't. That wasn't an option.
Well, why can't you do separate ones?
She said on one element.
It's 1 element, 1 move.
Yeah, you
2 elements,
guys
2
are
moves.
stuck on the 1 element, but it says swap any number of stones in your hand to another single element in the same way.
Single.
Why
element.
does it even say single? It should say you can transmute stones
like that
of a
word.
single element to any other element, not any number of stones to a single element.
Right, it's not any number. Wait, let me see that.
It says any number.
Or swap any number of stones in your hand to another single element.
Change in form,
same.
nature, or substance is to transmute.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm making sure I'm understanding what's trying to be said.
Okay.
Okay.
Swap a single elemental stone on the board with a stone of an adjacent element in the elemental cycle. Or swap any number of stones in your hand to another single element in the same way.
See? It's any number, but then it says single. I took
if
that
these
to
two are
mean
green, you can do them both to green, maybe.
maybe you can put
That's what it
both
sounds to
green
say, yeah.
in and pull 1 red and 1 blue, but then that wouldn't be
No.
a single element.
To another single element. See, okay.
Any number.
It says or swap any number of stones. I guess we have to go with multiples because it says any number. Doesn't make sense to me, but fine. And so, like, yeah, if she wanted to get rid of both the metal and fire and... she'd have to take that. So she could take 2 earth in exchange for those.
But I can transmute
Any adjacent.
any adjacent,
Right.
and I can do it on board or in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What he did made sense to me.
But it says...
Was that 2 moves or 1? That's what we're at.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was trying to
Well,
figure out.
the other thought that I've had is, or would the appropriate way to do it is for me to place those 2 and then go, oh, I'm going to transmute all the plants to fire.
Oh, no, I don't think it says 1 off the board.
Oh, 1 off the board.
1 off
Yeah.
the board, but any number in your hand. But you're only
Yeah.
ever going to have 2 in your hand.
Right.
So any number makes no sense anyway.
Well, any number could be 2, or it could be 1. Or it could be 0, I guess. I spend that action doing nothing.
But it says any number, then it says a single element. That's confusing.
It is unless it's taken literally. If you have, like, those 2 tiles in her hand, and you exchange them for a single element, you can do that. They just have to be adjacent in the elemental cycle. Which means that both of those have to be adjacent to a separate element that she then takes.
Okay, but then if you had, for example,
So this one.
a yellow and...
Take these 2.
Right.
Or a red and a... Okay, I guess then it would be green. Because it's the way the board is set up, you're always... If you have 2 elements, something's going to be in the center.
I think that is useful. It's just confusing the way it's worded.
So what you're saying is, in theory, I can take these 2 stones, I can transmute them this way to red, and then I can place them.
Yes.
Oh! That made sense, somehow, strangely.
That's what I did then. I did the same thing. I did it this way. And still these. Because they're adjacent.
And you get 2 of those.
Yeah. Because it's 2 pieces.
Those
Okay, did we agree to that?
those two that you exchanged for the fire had to be in your hand, though. They couldn't be already on the board. I know that wasn't the situation.
But that was.
That was the situation.
They were in your hand, right?
Yeah, I drew them and then
Right.
they were in my hand.
Right. I'm just saying that if you were going from the board and trying to do this, you can only do one time.
You can only do one. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So you can't just be like, I'm changing everything to red.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be funny.
So is that 3 moves for his part?
That would make sense. He transmuted, he placed, then he drew. Took a card. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
You took your card?
I did not take
He
a card
scored.
yet. Yeah.
Okay, but he's only gone twice then, is what I'm saying.
What? No, that was 3.
Yeah.
To transmute, to put it on the board, and then take the card. That's 3 actions.
Right. Because he transmuted before he placed anything on the board. That was a separate action.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
So essentially, everything
Nobody
you
will
did
watch
was
what
right.
you
We
said.
just didn't understand why.
We had to make the rules wrap around your action.
That was funny. He's like, "No, I'm right. No, it doesn't make sense. No, you're right. You're right.
I did it right, I just did it in the wrong order.
Yes, exactly.
That's very weird.
So I believe it falls on you now.
What?
Your turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Where's the player card?
That goes the next round.
That's weird.
So now you have to pick from these piles sitting out here.
I don't want to have to take a turn.
That one, this one, or this
It's
one.
confusing.
Do you want the red with the blue? Or
I
the
don't
red?
know, dude. This board isn't exactly set up with me in mind.
I don't think it's set up with anybody in mind.
I'm having a hard time thinking wood when I look at that green one.
Just like a green. Don't worry about wood.
Yeah, but everything has to be story for him.
Just think of it as a penis.
There you go.
That helped so much.
Yeah. Now I can't unsee it. Thanks.
Now we'll change in my penis, and now we'll put it under a rock.